monster.
All aboard!
Hey!
Huh?
Oops! What? Wow! Yeah!
Brink.
Hey, fellow soul skaters! Welcome to episode 41 of Where Streams Come True. I'm the show. This is a show where we suffer through the entire good and bad Disney Plus. I'm your host Collins, Buzz Blakely, and joining me today, my guest Logan
Gorgonzola.
Gorgonzola Gonzalez.
I hate my parents.
And I'm Lib.
Liam Tin Can.
Yeah! Radical!
I'm not gonna do that voice the whole time.
No.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't have that in me.
I'll address the elephant in the room. Yeah, there's been a gap between episodes, and that's no one's fault.
I thought you were about to make a fat joke.
And while I shall endeavor to return to a bi-weekly schedule, things are busy in everyone's lives right now. So
Just be happy that you got another episode.
yeah, be happy you got another episode.
Be happy. Stop.
Be happy. Be
Stop
healthy.
whining.
Adding me on
Walmart.
Twitter.com. Not really. No one's adding.
/ Collins Blakely.
I am getting those more of those email that's like, hey, where streams come true, join our new and radical podcasting platform. We can connect you with guests and sponsors. And I'm like,
Brought to you by Donald Trump.
Oh, dear. We don't want him.
do you want to be sponsored by Trump Steaks on your Disney Plus podcast?
Yeah!
No.
Oh.
This week we watched Brink! The 1998 Disney Channel original movie directed by Greg B. Man.
Oh, I wonder what else he's directing.
The B-Man.
The B-Man.
The B-Man.
The B-Man himself. Andy Brinker is the best inline skater at the beach, skating with his crew for the joy of it. But when a spot on a sponsored team opens up, Brink feels compelled to take it, hoping to help his family with the money he'll earn. Went a little Onyx the fortuitous at the end.
Yep.
It was not intentional. Initial thoughts. Have you seen this movie before? What was your experience first time viewing? And now returning to this glorious film on the streaming platform called Disney Plus. Oh yeah, Liab's our guest. He's first time on the show, I believe.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. What was your initial thoughts about Brink?
God, that's the most 90s movie I've ever seen, and not in a good way. It was just so, hey, I'm Skater Boy, and I'm all about having fun. Yeah!
Oh,
the
I
guitar.
wish I had guitar riffs every time Brink said something stupid.
Oh my god.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That is the one thing that this movie lacked, really, you know?
Yeah.
That
It
was
didn't fully commit to the camp.
No. It tried too hard to be serious, but
Yeah,
my
about
Lord.
a subject that every kid will be able to relate to.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
when I
Inline skating.
inline skated, my 540s and my soul skating. Soul skater! Yeah.
Wow.
They don't have inline skating in Riders Republic, the new hit video game by Ubisoft. But by now, it released today.
Wait, what is that?
Oh, Riders Republic! It's like I think it might be the same crew behind Forza, but
Getting
it's
off
like
topic.
extreme outdoor sports, like
Oh,
mountain biking.
That's
and
probably why I haven't followed it.
skiing and
Racing games are not my thing as much. There
They're
are some
normally
that are very
not-
satisfying for me to
this
play.
one is very satisfying. I normally don't like
Okay.
racing, but this one's a ton of fun. And there's
Motocross
like a
games. Weirdly, I really like.
semi-open
Mm.
world and really fun events and stuff.
You know what else is cool is rollerblading, but we call it skating the entire time, and it's not confusing at all to me.
With
With the
skateboarding.
skateboarders.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
the skateboarders.
can we
I
talk?
remember that.
Okay, we'll get there. But I love how
Yeah.
all the skateboarders were like in their 40s.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or Tony Hawk nowadays.
and they were gonna go beat up an 18-year-old.
Now Val was at least 15, 16.
yeah, the way Brink laughs.
Oh,
Oh,
that was your initial thoughts.
yeah,
I guess.
good initial thoughts.
Yeah, same here, but more of it. It made me, there was this one, I think, Nickelodeon show that was basically the same premise, but not really. It was about like these two skateboarders who were trying to find sponsors, and it was a TV show, not a movie, and it was funnier
You know,
to
it sounds
a
more
certain point.
relatable.
to a certain point. I mean, one of them was like the wacky friend who drinks cheese out of the little spray thing,
Oh,
and that was like his personality trait, was being that kind of person.
oh my gosh, that was me though. I identify with that guy.
Damn, that explains a lot, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Explains a lot.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm.
I committed second-degree arson.
That's a whole nother topic.
He sure is.
Oh my gosh, someone submit a Tim Allen wheel.
Yes.
That'd be
That would
amazing.
be amazing.
Yes.
Please
I want
do.
that.
We got, I don't know how many of these are new from last time we got, but there's some fun new ones like Lego.
Lego Mayago.
Lego.
And I wonder if Celebrate Hispanic Latinx Heritage Month is still up on Disney Plus, but we'll see if we ever select that one.
Ooh.
Let's dive in. Let's soul skate in to the full review.
I didn't even get my initial thoughts, but
You didn't?
No.
Okay,
one
what are
cares.
they then?
so my initial thoughts, I've never seen this movie before.
Oh yeah, none of us have.
But I like the main characters are not relatable. None of them.
How dare you make that
0%. I almost relate more to the bad guys.
To Val?
Yeah.
The Val?
Yeah. I mean, like
Val Kestis.
despite him being like him doing jerky things, what he was doing was actually relatable.
Pursing his lips a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You have to say that I'm a cool guy in front of the whole class.
I'm gonna trip Gabriella.
And never mind. I'm not a like that. I'm not saying that. Maybe it's just more the way that they interact.
you
with
related to
sponsors.
having a job at 14?
Yeah.
Being
Well,
sponsored by
yeah.
some slimy businessman.
I mean, I didn't earn $200 a week.
God, that'd be nice.
$200 a week would
That would have been nice.
That would have been pretty cool.
I earned I was earning.
I earned $100 a week at 16 years old.
Ooh, I mean, I started work at 14 at Lagoon, because they love exploiting minors, and
Your parents did too.
they drove me to the interview. But I earned minimum wage, which was like $7.50 or something at the time, and only worked like
$7.25, I think. Still is.
$7.25.
It still is.
We're not progressing.
No.
Yeah, cost of living has gone up since I was 14 at least.
What? Crazy.
And
In a decade?
I would only work like 4-hour-a-day shifts.
Okay, that's not-
And like, so I'd get like 20 something hours a week. So I'd be earning like $100 a week, maybe. So they're not really paying these kids that much.
No.
Now that I
No.
think about it.
No,
Okay,
no.
we'll get into that.
Or we won't.
Back to Brink.
Or we'll forget and we won't. Yeah, I'll make a compilation every time we say we'll get to that, and then we don't get to that because it happens a lot. Andy Brinker and his inline skating
Wait, his
crew.
middle name's Brink?
No,
No,
it's
that's
his
his
nickname.
nickname.
Okay,
His
cool.
nickname.
Okay,
That's his
that's-
last
name.
wow.
That's the last time we refer to him as Andy Brinker.
Now on, he's Brink.
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 And his inline skating crew.
Just a really superhero.
Peter, the white one. Jordy, the white one. And Gabriella, the girl one.
Also Puerto Rican.
Oh, yeah.
Also
Dressed, like,
Puerto
3
Rican.
times, but like
I forgot where she was from because it's been a few days since I
also I don't
watched it.
identify with the racism in this movie. I just want to say that also about that.
Yeah.
Have to
Oh,
say that at the beginning.
they do bring that up a few
They
times.
do.
Oh,
He literally
yeah.
says the line, "Go back to your own country."
It's like, geez, man.
Oh my
what
gosh,
the
that
heck?
does happen.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Val says that. Sheesh.
And you relate to Val more?
No, I just said Liam.
Who call themselves soul skaters, which is also hyphenated,
Oh my god.
which means they skate for the fun of it and not for the money. Newsflash, most people don't for the money.
Yeah. I feel like if you had the opportunity,
That's
to
like
skate
saying
for
I'm a
money-
soul gamer, which probably is a thing.
Yeah,
I play video
it's
games
gamers
for
who play Dark Souls. That's it.
Yeah, I play games for fun. I don't stream.
Playing Dark Souls is not fun.
I guess that's where I'm at right now, gaming wise.
Yeah, I play.
But I'm also not open.
But if
I'm
I
open
had
to
the
streaming.
opportunity to do it and make money, I would.
I
Yes.
would in a heartbeat. Are you
Absolutely.
kidding
This
me?
is
Yeah.
I'll get this now before out of the way now before
I'm
I
gonna
forget.
earn money playing Warzone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's this duality in the movie that I thought was interesting, mostly because of my own conjecture, not the actual text of the movie itself, because that's basically nothing.
Yeah.
Is
Mhm.
like At first I thought like the whole like hating sponsored skaters is like super weird because it's like it's your hobby. If you have a chance to monetize it, why not do it? But first of all, $200 a week is not that much money. Maybe in the 90s
And for kids.
and for kids, yeah, sure. But like also, they're just basically exploiting children at that point because like they're getting these kids to devote so much of their time and attention to being sponsored, and they are absolutely earning a lot more money comparatively to what they're paying.
The guy is
the
like,
kids.
I pushed $10 million worth of product. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
and
how?
pushing $10 million
It's just a
worth of
group of
product
5 kids
and
who can
paying
Skater
these
boys.
kids nothing. It's just exploiting minors. That's
Yep.
all. That's what it
And
is.
they go to like one competition a year and it pushes $10 million.
That makes
Yeah.
no sense. I think
Also, what sports brand sponsors children, literal
I
children?
generally
Like,
don't know.
Kids-
do
Bob.
you go to?
Oh, wait, sorry, not sport.
Do you go to Cabela's or what's the sports store? That's not Cabela's. Because Cabela's isn't a sports store.
When it starts with a B.
TGI
No, let's say
Fridays.
Shields. Shields.
Shields. You're going to Shields.
Beals.
Yeah.
You're gonna go pick up. You're gonna go pick up some skates. On the poster, are you expecting to see a 14-year-old?
Well, no, hold on, but sometimes they do.
Oh, unless it's if it skates for like 4 kids.
Yeah, like
I will
4
say
kids.
I knew a couple like 16 and 17-year-olds who were actually sponsored.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't know how like
'Cause you're from the
it really
hood.
was. No. I don't know how cool it really was or how much money they actually got out of it or if they even like anything actually came of it, but I just knew it was some.
Yeah. So these the main characters. They clash with a group of sponsored skaters. Team X Blades.
X-Blades! Yeah!
Sorry, I should've
Spelled
clapped.
X-BLADZ.
X-Blades!
X-Blades! Yeah!
Led by Val.
Not Kilmer.
No.
Nope.
With whom they attend high school in Southern California. Also, a thing that every kid can relate to is living in Southern California.
Yeah, SoCal.
We I gotta wake up at 5 a.m. to go onto the beach to
And
shred.
then when I go to school and there's a whole lot of breakfast on the table, I only eat 1 pancake.
Only one.
Because I'm late to school.
Yeah, this is the
All the
part where
time.
we try and follow our actual memory of this scene, the movie up to this point, because the recap via the Disney Wiki doesn't go that
Also,
much into it.
I really like how the title sequence is literally just an opening shot and it's like Brink. Okay.
Brink.
Time for the plot.
It's got an exclamation point. So
Oh, sorry.
Brink's father is out of work because he
Also
injured
Austin
himself
Brink.
on a construction site. And the mom is having to support the family.
Family?
Family, yes, I heard myself. Doing
What is
a
it?
job,
Oh, real estate, I think.
real estate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But their mortgage is due at the end of the month.
Oh, no!
So we've got a compounding list of things to motivate the main character right out of the gate.
All money-based. Note.
The
But I will
the little
say he
sister,
hasn't interacted with it like at all yet.
the mortgage.
Yeah.
Does that
Like-
get brought up at the beginning? No, like that
No,
gets brought
I
up later.
swear to God, it's like a third of the way through the movie before he even hears it.
Right.
Yeah,
Oh
it's
yeah,
like-
and he's like peeking around a corner and is like, "Oh no, they need help," and it's
Yeah.
raining outside. And
And-
super sad.
and the sad music. The violin starts playing.
Yeah.
And starts picturing his family on the street.
Wish upon a
Star.
The mouse can't.
Hi,
help you
I'm
now.
Andy Brinker, and you're watching Disney Channel. Oh my
There,
gosh.
blur that out.
Bloody hell.
I
Blow that out
will.
with the Mickey's head.
Woo!
What sense of that?
No.
Also, there's one really
Um,
good line. I don't know if it's said at this part or not.
Is it the sister?
No, it's the dad. The sister has a bunch of really weird lines. But the dad being like, you know what the worst part about being on disability is? And I do not remember what he said next, but it was not.
Just the.
It was obviously not the worst part of being on disability.
Oh, right.
But I want them to be like the Democrats or
the
something.
thing. The thing that the little sister is like the very stereotypical Disney Channel archetype of the witty, smarter than she should be at that age, sarcastic sibling.
Every character is a stereotype.
Everyone. And she has this great line where she doesn't want to go to school. And she's like, oh, well, my friend doesn't go to school. Like, well, she's homeschooled. Like, why can't I? Like, oh, no. She's like, yeah, why doesn't she go to school? Because she's homeschooled or whatever. And she's like, oh, it's because they're Mormons. Like, why can't, like, can we be Mormons? Like, I don't know. I'll look into it or something. Is that a stereotype that Mormons are homeschooled?
I guess.
I guess.
Let's turn to our resident Mormon Logan.
It's like
I've
it's
never
not
heard
even,
of that.
I don't know if it's actually like based on anything, really.
Yeah.
But I will say that
The-
like me and my entire family like grew up Mormon, and I do have a couple of families
That are
within my
homeschooled?
extended family that did a homeschool.
The thing
so.
in my neighborhood
Huh.
was like the more wealthy families would go to charter schools.
Ooh, he's
Yeah.
rich.
They go to Venture Academy.
I
Ooh,
was.
Shout out to Venture Academy for
Yeah.
existing.
I think charter schools are a scam.
I just want public
Anyway.
schools instead of
Shout out
public
to
charter
Venture for
schools.
scamming.
So yeah, I had a lot of rich neighbors because we moved into this neighborhood when it was like very undeveloped,
Mm.
like at the top of the mountain on Bountiful.
Oh yeah.
Then they
Yeah.
built a golf course. Then a bunch of rich people moved in.
Yeah. Okay.
We cut a lot just there.
Yeah.
This is for your own.
You'll never know.
entertainment, Really.
That's on Studio 76 After Dark.
Yeah.
On OnlyFans. Yeah.
They get there super early. They do some tricks. Jordy each
Wait, I'd like to
trying
know.
to do a 540.
I'd like to know
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
that within like 2 minutes of the movie, they had 2 different musical numbers.
Oh,
like
yeah.
they had 2 different rock songs playing within 2 minutes of the movie starting.
They did
Like,
so many.
what the hell, man?
Exactly.
It's like, skater, 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 I'm a skater boy, ooh, surfing California. Like, what the
So
Original score by Avril Lavigne.
Yeah.
Val and his posse
X-Blades!
roll up,
X-Blades!
and they're like,
Xbox.
"Oh, these soul skaters got here first, and they're hogging the half pipe." Not the
I-
half pipe. There's like a wall
Wall ramp.
The slopey wall.
because
thingy.
apparently that's the literal only place to inline skate in that entire
In Southern
recreation.
California.
Yes, that entire skate
Go
park is
go a
so
block
count.
down, you'll find another skate park. So one of them trips Jordy, causing him to like mess up his ankle
Or something.
or something, and then is like, "Oh,
Is
you
this-
guys left. Now we're gonna do stuff." Is this the point where he talks to the skateboarders?
Yeah, the skate, then...
So Brink goes over to the skateboarders,
well,
which
like
are
40 years old.
So yeah, the
Oh,
demographic
yeah.
is inline skaters in Southern California are all
15.
15 years old, and everyone who skateboards is having a midlife crisis.
Like
And he
Tony
says-
Hawk has been 50 for the last 30 years.
He really has.
I'll channel Brink. Is it true that you guys are wussies and stinky poo poo heads? That guy over there said you were. That's what Brink sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
So
Not
it
at all.
cuts, and I'm assumingly that man goes over and beats
No, it shows up.
He goes over.
they,
does he
yeah, they
beat him up?
confront
He's
Val.
like, "You wanna go? You wanna go, big man?"
That's a 40-year-old.
It's a 40-year-old
A 40-year-old with a power complex.
stepping up to a child. I love this
Which
movie.
I don't think is what a lot of skaters really are.
No.
Yeah,
No,
that
not at
feels-
all.
They're
That feels
wholesome
pretty
as hell.
damaging, actually, to their reputations.
Yes. Very.
Yeah.
Stinky poo poo heads. Yeah,
Stinky
why
poo-poo.
why does this movie try and pit inline skaters against skateboarders?
They want a
Which
war.
is impossible because one of those does not exist as a group.
Yes. We're not going to say who, but you know who.
It's inline skaters.
Okay, sure. Just-
rid
of the
So
mystery.
they go to school. Continuing on. After Brink gets Val and himself suspended for racing on school grounds, we'll circle back to that. Brink discovers that his family is in financial trouble.
Oh,
So
no!
he goes against the wishes of his parents and his friends and joins Team X-Blades.
X-Blades! X-Blades!
For $200 a week. He keeps this from his friends until they see him skating for Team X-Blades in a local competition.
Oh,
This is-
no.
I'm going to stop there. That just skipped through so much.
Yeah, very-
So, they get to school.
Yes, they get to school.
The
and,
prank war begins.
Oh, yes, with the warm sandwich.
you
or
know,
whatever.
a prank war would have been
Doesn't
way
Val-
cooler of a premise for this movie.
Val does something first, doesn't he?
Yeah, he takes his shoes somehow. I don't know how he like push him over, like, give me your shoes.
Is this at
I
the
don't know how he gets them.
this is the point where Gabriella shows up wearing a dress.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it's
they're
pretty
like,
cool.
And they're like,
"Ooh,
"What are you?"
is wearing a dress.
The feminists are taking over.
Oh, no!
And she's like,
My mom forced me to wear this.
I'm wearing a dress and I'm mad about
No,
it.
her exact line was, "Say anything and I'll take a body part."
What the?
And
Yo.
I'm like, it sounds really dirty, Val.
What are we talking about?
Not Val, sorry, not Val. Gabriella.
Val would have said, "Girl, lol," and then high fived one of his friends.
Yeah, and then they
Rarik.
snort like,
So,
yeah,
oh,
Val.
yeah. He doesn't steal Brink's shoes. He steals one of the other guy's shoes.
I think he's still like this small little skinny kid. The one who can't pull off the 540.
Yeah.
Peter.
Hey, Peter.
Peter Pescadero.
Yeah.
He steals his shoes, and so he starts wearing Gabriella's shoes because he has little petite shoes,
Little petite
little
feet.
petite feet.
Because he's a little petite boy.
Petite
He's a little
feet for the
petite boy, which is
petiter.
nothing
He
wrong
is.
with that.
No, that's fine.
I have small feet.
You are a petite boy.
You are
I'm a petite
valid
boy, and I
no
have
matter
small
your
feet.
body
Boy.
shape.
You never were.
No, no, not really. The beard makes up for that.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's a goatee.
Anyway.
it's a goatee.
That's not
I
even a beard.
can't grow a beard.
Oh.
I can only grow the goatee. It's
Well, at least you're not in denial about it. Like
it's
me.
hereditary.
Hereditary.
That light
We
pole.
were watching Hereditary 2 days ago, and I wish that you were there because one of them was named Peter.
Peter.
And I wanted you to be there to be like,
Hey,
hey,
Peter. Hey, Peter.
Okay.
Anyways, the prank war.
So in retaliation for stealing him shoes,
him shoes.
oh yeah, and he also does the things like, if you telling me, that means you're a wuss. So I get to keep your shoes, and if you telling me, then you're the asshole.
toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
Anyway, so in retaliation, Andy Brinker puts worms.
No, we said we wouldn't do that.
Sorry, he makes a worm sandwich. He sleight of hands
Indiana Jones type shit.
his
there is
sandwich.
one thing that I have to bring up before we get that far.
One of them like bumps into him to cause a distraction.
Yeah, in the scene right beforehand,
Yes.
when they're in the class and they have the teacher teaching, it did one of the most stereotypical
Don't worry about it.
movie things, and it's the teacher speaking absolute, just talking out of his ass
Yeah.
about, like, he's like, these North African earthworms, they are brown and they're cylindrical in shape. Like,
if you cut
literally,
them in
that's one of the
half.
lines that I'm like,
Yeah.
You have described what a worm looks like.
Congratulations.
it's just a worm.
Shout out to our good friend Jen.
On the
He
first-
says,
Jen.
On the first day of school.
Like,
On the
thanks.
first day of school, he's just talking about worms.
Except that's not what happened. The first day of school will be devoted to talking about the syllabus.
Yeah.
Syllabi.
Make sure to get your parents to sign this when you get home.
worms.
Oh.
Levioso.
Okay, I think that guy
Okay.
got fired for doing that.
Okay.
Anyway,
Prank war, worm
he
sandwich,
makes a worm
Get back to the
sandwich.
worm.
sleight of hand.
He eats a worm sandwich, and instead of letting it be a hilarious prank, immediately calls attention to the fact that he's the one who did it by just being like, the directors,
my milk.
the directors behind the camera being like, show more teeth when you laugh. Show more teeth. I want to see your uvula, child.
That sounds weird. Anyway.
It's a decom. It's all weird.
Director got fired too.
The B-Man.
Yeah, Mr.
So
B-Man.
you like uvula?
Anyway,
Stop, please.
So then, Val's like, no. So one of them is like, you want to take this outside? And Brink's like, yeah, bro, let's fight.
But like the one teacher came up first,
Yeah.
and she's like, "Is something wrong?"
Oh,
And
yeah.
he like looks, and they hold up the signs that say, "Don't be a wuss."
Oh yeah, they each have a sign that says each word.
Yeah, like, don't be a wuss. And,
And that
they,
was like the only good part.
yeah, they hit him back with his words.
that was a good.
And then
I
he's like,
hated that.
"Oh, nothing." And then she's like, "Well, get yourself together."
Eating a worm sandwich for no particular
Every
reason.
teacher in that school was incompetent and should be
the
fired.
book turned movie, How to Eat Fried Worms?
Yeah.
I hated it.
Okay. I had no opinions on the movie.
I am
when
unaware
watched
of
it.
this
I was
movie.
like, it's so nothing.
Yeah, I don't remember it.
I don't know it exists.
They just cooked worms and then they ate it.
Oh,
Putting worms in people's foods isn't quite often prank war trope, I think.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
happens.
It's always worms. What
I
do
mean,
they
this
do
was
to
done
you?
First. Brink started it.
Brink.
Definitely was never done before that.
So
Not before 1998.
they
Believers
want to
never
fight.
existed.
I don't remember who suggests. Someone suggests instead of just beating each other up on in elementary school or whatever grade they're in.
It is skated out.
We'll skate it out. Like,
Yeah.
but it's against the rules to skate at school. Like, only if you're what?
Only if you were.
There's
So
some
they
really bad
proceed-
exposition there too.
They proceed to skate at
But
school.
but here's the thing.
It's a relay race.
On the at the end of the race, right? The X-Blades.
One black character.
The one black character is played by the original Black Ranger, whose name I do not remember right now.
Black Ranger.
But there is one scene you can see when they're about to set up the race where he's actually missing the finger. And it's like in Power Rangers, they did their best to avoid that. And I'm all like, heh. It's actually,
I didn't know that.
yeah, that's actually how I figured out. Because I'm like, I recognize this guy.
That's what this means.
He's missing his finger.
It's a reference. It's a reference to the Blue Power Ranger. And
How
nothing
the
else.
fuck do you?
It's how
Are we
Logan learning something is-
about Logan has Parkinson's.
Logan is incapable of bending a single finger.
Kind of. Oh my god.
That's how I figured out it was
This
him. Because
hurts.
for the longest time, I'm like, I recognize this guy. Then I saw the missing finger. I'm just like, oh,
Anyway,
that's who.
Physically.
So
hurts.
he wipes out,
Yeah, he wipes out.
and we learn Brink's second character trait.
He's
There's
the-
only two. That
He's the
whenever
guys.
someone fall down, Brink have to help get back up.
Hey, you okay? And then they kick
And
him
he's
in the
like-
shins.
He's like, "It's okay, bro. This
It's
happened to
okay."
me last summer. I know exactly how to fix this injury."
and
This
then
happened to me last summer. Just lay there and then lie there and then lay there and then the nurse come and then you lay there. That's literally how he explained it.
And then they all get.
Maybe
And then
slightly
they all
more
get.
eloquent.
that sounds about right, though.
They all get suspended from school.
Every last one of them.
Yes, and we get to learn how each of their parents dealt with it.
There was like screaming and crying and hugging, and I'm like, it
Who was that
just
again?
One day.
That was
Oh, that
Gabrielle
was-
because she's like, "It's a Puerto Rican household."
Oh, yes.
So those of you at home,
If you're Puerto Rican, please confirm.
yeah, is that? I mean, maybe
Yeah, maybe it's
Probably.
not. Maybe it's
I don't know.
not.
Who knows? Then again, the movie's probably made by white.
it's definitely a stereotype.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, every character is a stereotype. Oh, my Lord.
So he eavesdrops on his parents, finds out that their mortgage is due or whatever.
And the dad's
The
car is
first
also.
time actually interacting with
there's
the main
this
problem of the
whole
story.
there's this whole sequence of because the one black character got injured and he's out for like 3 weeks or something. Which like speaking from experience about ankle injuries, it takes longer than that to fully heal. I'm in a brace for 3 weeks, but my doctor told me it's going to take about 4 months to fully heal. So
Oof.
No, that's fine.
nah.
no,
This
it's
kid's not
completely
bouncing
fine.
back after 3 weeks.
This is movie logic.
yes, movie logic. Okay,
Movie
so
logic.
they need someone else for the big game
For X-Blades.
for the
It's for the-
championship.
yeah, different like game.
And Val, who we'll get this out of the way. I confirmed this with Grant, so it's okay to say it. Val is probably closeted gay, and that's why he's such a bully.
We have it from a resident gay guy.
Yeah, from the Resident Gay at Studio.
Thank you, Grant.
That is a trope that I guess is somewhat more like I get. It may be a longer running trope, but it's more abstract back then. It's more like on the surface now. It's a
It's the
trope
jawline mixed with the long
of
hair.
the
Yeah,
of
and the
like
pouty
the
lips.
closeted gay who like doubles down on homophobia and bullying because he doesn't want to admit that he's gay.
Mm.
That's the trope. And
I mean,
fits that to a
Val, I
T.
get
They were
those vibes
pretending
from
that gay
Val.
people didn't exist at this point. 'cause
Exactly.
It's the 90s.
Yeah.
So
And that would explain why Val is just so vehemently just a jerk towards
Aggressive,
Brink
yeah.
and everyone. And so he says, this I know this one guy and he's good at skating, but I need to emotionally manipulate him and
Yeah.
gaslight him into wanting to join us.
Yay!
Because he'd be weak for asking for help.
he gonna
But he
Gus
doesn't-
Johnson it.
He doesn't know that
Oh my
he doesn't know that Brink's having financial troubles. So it's just a really good coincidence that they needed someone at the same time.
Yeah.
And
Thank
it's
you,
like-
movie logic.
I don't remember exactly the sequence of events, but it leads to him like he like says like, "Oh, we have this opening, but don't come because you suck." And so he comes anyway, and he's like, "No, you suck. Don't go. Don't join us."
What's this? I'm gonna pull a sneaky on him.
A 540, baby.
And then like so to get him to I don't know, like he gets Brink to be like, "Okay, then screw you. I'm leaving." And he goes like, "Wait, I'll give you one more shot."
It's like,
You like slipped in the British for like half of that sentence.
I'm Val. Brink, do a trick for me. And then we'll let you join our little merry band of X-Blades.
X-Lads.
X-Blades. Sorry.
Explodes.
It sounds like vampires.
Explodes.
That's what this movie needed was vampires.
Yeah.
So he
That'd be
joins
cool.
for
Val
a
could easily
measly
be
$200 a week. He joins, then tells his parents, like, so, you know this hobby that I have that I love? I found a way to earn money on it to help the house. And the dad's like, okay, so there's this thing that you love to do, and you found a way to earn money at it to help us with our finances. Okay.
No! Like, why? Dude, like I said, everyone's stereotyping. He's a stereotypical tough dad who's all like, no, it's my way or the highway.
They're my kids.
Yeah.
And I help bring them up.
I work at a physically demanding job.
He goes through an
I
arc.
probably hate my wife too, but we can't. We can't go too deep into that. 'cause
At
it's
least
a
the
Disney
wife has a
show.
career.
I'm tough on my son, but I love my daughter. Ugh.
So yeah, that happens. And then he just, continues joining anyway.
Yeah, he's like,
Yeah.
screw you,
And
Dad.
and the mom's like,
Obviously.
Steve, or whatever the dad's name is. And he's like,
Abuser.
Tim. Tim Allen is not the dad in this movie.
He might as
Don't
well
get the
have been.
wrong idea.
He might as well. Have
What
been.
if Brink was his actual son and she went to him like, this is your son?
He has to hide this from his friends, and he does this through a variety of japes and jabs.
I'm
lying
sick.
to them and saying like, oh yeah, he pretends to be sick. And he even has one of his friends like
Did you
freaking
just say Japs?
japes and jabs. with a B.
Oh, okay. I was like, what?
Oh, Jesus.
There's an actual thing. It's japes and something, but I don't remember what the second part is.
I've never heard of the word Japes in my life.
Seriously?
Like jape.
Seriously, yeah.
If you are a merry prankster, you are likely to do japes.
Oh, but I'm not a merry prankster, for I hate myself. So
Brink
I cannot do a
Brink
jape.
is a merry prankster. That is for sure. Anyway,
He avoids telling his friends through like
because
lying
one
and
of them is
stuff.
like a bed nurse to him for a bit. It's like, I brought you some soup and I'm gonna help you out.
Was it
And he spritzes himself in the face like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
man, you're sweating
so
a
loud too.
bunch."
He's like,
I'm dying. Then and he says like, no, don't go to the championship. Save it for the big game. Because one of you is like kind of injured or something, and I'm sicky.
we can't do it. We won't have enough.
They decided to go anyway,
yeah.
and so they see him competing for X-Blades, even though he puts on sunglasses so that he's in a perfect disguise.
Until it's me, bro.
I'm not
Then-
Brink. I'm
then-
Dink.
This movie gets like weirdly violent at points where like they confront him, and instead of saying anything to him, Gabriella just goes up and pushes him to the ground, nearly breaking his ankles, and just like,
I
Yeah.
know what you did.
I know what you did. You suck. I hate you. And all of our years of friendship mean nothing now. I'm not going to ask for any context at all. You are dead to me.
I'm just saying, it's also on him. He could have just said, hey guys, so
It's
my
like, "Hey,
family
guys."
has money problems.
He could have solved this whole plot with one sentence.
Because like at one point he does say like I needed the money, and someone's like we all need money. It should have been like
It was
my
But
family
here's
is good.
why.
Like my dad's out of a job and we're gonna lose our house. I'm trying to help them. And then if
That
they were
is-
good friends, they would have said,
Oh, okay.
But this movie is so like
"Here's a $5."
in the 90s there was such a phobia of selling out.
Yeah, that is
And,
true. Macklemore.
Macklemore.
Go on.
In the 90s?
I don't know.
No,
I
that's
just
not
said the
right.
first word that came to mind. Eminem.
Okay. Also not the 90s.
Eleanor Rigby.
Also not the 90s.
She sold out.
Damn bitch, Eleanor.
But like there was such like this phobia of selling out that became this major plot point, but it really
So
meant
many movies.
nothing. Watching it now, you're just like, sell out.
Get that money, boo.
You are
If it's-
16 years old.
If it's for your family, do it, bro.
Just do it.
Jesus Christ.
Like, yes, they are exploiting children for this, but that's the capitalist hellscape we live in. So, get that bag.
Yay, capitalism.
Literally.
Ah.
That's the way I'm thinking. I'm like, if you can make money doing what you love,
I was doing the Canadian
Do it.
theme song.
Theme song.
it's two birds, one stone.
That's what they are. Flags are logos, and anthems are theme songs. That's a more healthy way of looking at it.
Mm.
Yes. Anyways, yeah.
Do you like
What-
America's theme song?
Do you like? I don't like America's theme song. I think
No,
Nah, it's not punchy enough.
it's not punchy enough. No, and also our logo is boring.
Yeah.
just lines and stars.
It's boring. It's too much. It's got too much going on. Like you have to explain every little thing.
Yeah,
It should
Like
just be
Wha-
like
Wales
blue.
is just a dragon.
Let's just have it be like blue.
That's,
Sacre bleu.
that's
Just
boring.
a blue square.
The dragon.
No.
A
Just
snake.
blue.
Monster.
It's just blue.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's it.
I mean, at least the don't step on Sneck flag is more interesting because it's got a snake on it.
It's got a
Ooh,
snack.
snack.
Snack. Slither.io. We're getting way off topic.
We're getting way off topic. So
The
that
competition.
that happens.
They find
they
out.
They
Yeah.
find out. Okay.
It's-
Brink's friends. I need a.
It's the obvious movie 3-act thing where it's all like, hey, set up the characters, set up the
What?
problem,
Yeah,
then the middle is the
here's
whole.
the thought experiment. What act are we in right now?
I don't know. I want to say middle act 2 because it's usually
Uh,
movies like that
it's
where
probably supposed to be Act 2.
where
This
everything
movie
goes to shit.
boldly
for them.
eschews the 3-act structure in favor for a more Pablo Picasso-esque 19 dyad structure. I don't know. It's
No,
stupid.
I would dare say that first act is up until the point where what's his face?
Does he-
Brink finds out
what
about
is
the
Brink's
mortgage
hero's
problems.
journey?
'Cause
That's
that would
exactly
be
it.
considered major crisis. And then
The falling
it-
action is like when his friends find out and he's all at his lowest.
I would say like Act 2 starts
his
with him joining the team.
rejection of his destiny or whatever. I'm going hero's journey. That's not
Hero's
the same as
journey.
3-act structure.
no.
Yeah, I don't know.
He refuses the
I
call to
think it was
action.
3-act.
Then he joins the call to action to join Team X-Blades.
Yeah,
Then he goes through the trials. It sort of falls apart at that
Yeah.
point.
no, I think no, because then he realizes the X-Blade bad, and then third act, you know. I don't know.
Brink's friends feel he betrayed them. Should have said that. It just sort of keeps the sentence going. And they agree to a downhill race. Soul Skaters versus Team X-Blades.
X-Blades!
Okay, wait,
Specifically-
that skips so much there.
Really?
They're like, you feel you betray us, but then that's a whole different thing where they meet on a separate day.
Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
they
There's a
just
thing
happen
where
to run
where
into each
Brink
other.
is like, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna explain the situation to them, and he sits down at the table they're at,
And
on
they
the
just
pier,
all get
'cause
up
they're
and
in
move.
like San
And then they all
Francisco
get to
now,
leave, yeah.
and then they're just like, yeah, you can sit here. Sits down, and they're like, symbolic protest.
Oh. and then it's like a day after that they do the downhill race, and it's because they both just
If
checked out this
America
course at the
sat
same
down at your
time.
table, would you
Yeah.
get up and leave?
Also, the blonde kid, the kid with the blonde
I need
spiky
to charge
hair.
my phone. 1 second.
Oh, the you're right, Val, or you're right, Brink.
Yeah,
Yeah, that kid is so he's
shifty.
shifty as hell.
Yeah. You can't keep him in the same spot too long. He likes to be surprising, and he likes to make enemies.
Obviously. Oh yeah,
you're
he's
shifty.
Oh yeah, I remember that kid because like
Cancel Logan Gossett.
he gets name dropped once, and then the only lines. Oh yeah, he's a ginger, isn't he? Is he ginger?
no,
No, he's
he's
blonde.
like spiky blonde hair,
Okay, that
and he's
guy.
like, "Yeah, well, I'm friends with Brink," and then Val's like, "No," and he's like, "No."
Okay. He's
yeah,
a goon.
He's a yes man.
Yeah, he's a
The
goon.
goon.
He's a
Honestly,
grunt.
he has plasma grenades and he runs at you.
I
and
was
blows
about
up.
to
Yeah.
screw you. I was gonna make that joke.
If he pops his head on the side of the thing at like a skating
Is
competition,
it
then like,
confusing to
does a
you
little
that
birthday
there are
party thing.
brutes in Halo and Mass Effect, and they're completely different types of monsters?
No.
Yes, because when I hear brute, I saw like
I imagine
Monkey?
like the big guys, but no.
I'm like monkey or Kroganturian. We're getting off topic
a
again.
Krogan Turian.
Yeah, because brutes in
There's so
Mass
many
Effect 3, they're
different-
the fusion of a Krogan and a Turian.
But a lot of things are
Really?
Yeah.
brutes.
Oh,
You-
I
if you-
thought it was just a Krogan with Reaper tech.
No, if you zoom in on the head, you can see the Turian head.
Yo.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that. That's dope.
yeah. Getting way off
So what's to
topic.
do with Banshees then? I thought
Oh,
they were,
sorry.
they're just a sorry.
Yeah, and the cannibals are what were the
Solarian?
no the slaver race that everyone hates. They pretty much extinct after the third game. Batarian. Yeah, they're pretty much extinct after
I
the
didn't
third game.
realize those were Batarians. Okay, cool. This is brought to you by Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. I mean, the trilogy Legendary Edition.
Hey, BioWare.
Will we get announcement about Mass Effect 4 on November 7th? We'll find out. Anyway.
Please. Or Dragon Age 4, please.
So that all happens, and then they're like, we're gonna fight again. But they're like, no, we're gonna do a downhill race. Our two best
Yeah.
racers, and Gabriella and Brink challenge each other. Oh no.
Not really. Brink's like, I don't wanna.
Okay, this one
Gabby's all
actually
like-
does a beat by. although Brink's original crew chose to ignore him upon discovering his alignment with Team X Blades. Val was willing to be his friend again and then agreed to remain on his team. So that's the thing. Like he quits X Blades.
Yeah.
Then his friends are like,
that's after. That's whoa. We skipped. Wait, did we?
no,
No.
this is skipping around.
Ah!
During the
Plot
race,
line.
Val intentionally sabotages Gabriella's.
Saboteur.
That's how Curly says it in Three Stooges.
Yeah, he
Sabotage.
he has Brink on the outside because you never go on outside in a turn.
Never you go on the
Yeah, I've
outside.
seen Cars too.
Yeah. Ka-chow, baby.
Ka-chow.
Ka-chow.
Good chow.
Oh my gosh.
Well, yeah, then Val puts
Have we done
rocks,
Cars? Yeah, we've done Cars.
And Val puts
You weren't on that episode?
That's how I would have started it.
ka-chow, bitch.
I do believe I said goodnight and ka-chow at the end. And I had to wash my hands.
I feel wrong.
I feel
Dirty. Anyway.
so yeah, he sprinkles pebbles on the road, which I don't feel like is enough to fully make you wipe out on inline skates. She wipes out and sustains minor injuries. I mean, it looks pretty bad. She gets like a bunch of
Okay,
road
her
burn.
rolling looks so dumb. You're like,
Here's a
but then it
question.
goes back in her arm, and I'm like, oh!
Yeah, it's
damn!
like ripped up. And she gets like taken to her parents' house, and they're like, "Is she gonna be okay?"
No! Like,
And he's
yeah.
like, "Val, I know you did. No, this happens before, because
I think that's why he quit.
after they he wants to quit before because his friends didn't like him.
Hmm.
He threatens to quit, and then when he tries to talk to his friends and they leave, Val comes up and is like, "Did you see how they left? But
Treated
I
you?
didn't leave.
Oh,
I'm your
yeah, yeah,
I'm your
okay.
I'm your friend.
I'm
Put
your
her
homie.
there,
Put her
Brinker."
there. And then the blonde kid's like, yeah, welcome back. And you're like, shut
is
up,
this
blonde
before
kid.
or after the point? Oh no, before this. Let me put a pin there. Before this, we get the
You're welcome
the
for this
wonderful
timeline.
scene. The timeline doesn't matter. We get the wonderful scene where before they know that he's working with them, the more of the gaslighting type stuff. Val tells him like, at school, you have to tell your friends that you think I'm cool.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you're not it was I won't tell your friends you're working for me if you like kiss my ass in front of your
Yes.
friends.
Reaffirm my fragile masculinity, please.
I need.
It's like, dude, do you have a problem with me? He's like, no. It's like, you think I'm cool, don't you, Brink? It's like, I think you're cool.
Tell that to your
Stick my hand
friends
in a
then.
microwave.
And Gabrielle was like, what's wrong?
Why did you say
Never
that? And
mind.
he's like,
Off.
I have diarrhea.
Ugh.
He says something like that. Anyway,
Imagine just telling your friend, I have diarrhea.
so Gabriella nearly dies. Gabriella nearly dies.
Oh, I thought I said really
yeah.
dies. I'd be like, what the
At this
hell?
point, all of the Soul Skaters disown Brink as their friend. They call him a sellout and stop talking to him.
Don't be a sellout, bro.
Yes, what, all those soul
sorry,
skaters, the
sorry.
other two?
You are the devil, and I
Don't be a
hate you.
sellout, bro.
I mean, I make fun of the fact that like they've been friends for this long and they're not willing to give him the benefit of the doubt. But like I was that age, and that is not that far off to think.
Yeah, I've seen so many friendships break in high school because of simple stuff. Like
Yeah.
A simple miscommunication or someone doesn't say something.
And then they're just sworn
And they're at each
enemies
other's
for no
throats.
reason.
It's like, why?
Anime.
Anime.
It's corrupting the youth.
That was me with the katana.
Oh.
Sorry. Ow.
I thought it was a Shoto.
Wow.
Anyway.
Okay. So Brink meets Val and proceeds to get into an argument with him, quitting Team X Blades.
Yeah.
So this time he officially quits it. And in a scene reminiscent of the scene between Speed Racer and Royalton in the
Oh my
movie Speed
God.
Racer,
Which is a great movie.
He returns the uniform. That's not really at all
Not
a
the full
mirror.
uniform.
That's not at all a mirror to the scene. Aside from the only similarity of those two scenes is him giving the uniform back.
Maybe because this came out before Speed Racer.
Well, the Speed Racer anime was like in the 80s. But
It did come out before Speed Racer. Yeah, I don't think Royalton was even in the anime though.
I don't know. I haven't
I haven't
watched
seen the
movie.
anime. I've only seen the movie.
I love the movie. That
Anyway.
thing is a visual masterpiece.
He quits Team X Blades
Yeah.
just days before the competition.
Oh my lord!
Oh!
I don't remember what X Blades does. Does the black
They
kid
skate.
recover in time? Or?
No.
No, he never
He-
did. No,
Not
he
only
was-
that, he's done with them.
Yeah, no. Yeah, after.
Oh,
'cause
he
after,
leaves Team X-Blades too because he.
I don't
because
know if
Brink
he
showed him
leaves, but he
kindness.
doesn't want nothing to do with Val anymore.
Yeah.
And he's cheering for.
Oh, right, because
Yeah, I don't
Val
wanna spoil
nearly
that, yeah.
got someone injured.
Yeah, and
he's
Brink,
like, that's crossing a line,
Yeah.
bro.
and Brink showed him kindness.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like,
Aw.
Brink,
The white savior.
Brink,
Bringing the
like
races back
Jesus,
together again.
like in the movie Ben-Hur. I fell
sequel,
down,
Ben
and
Him.
Brink as Jesus helped me back up.
Brende.
That does happen in Ben-Hur.
Oh.
He falls down, and Jesus is like, "Oh, here's some water. Get back up and go to the slave ship, buddy. Have fun."
Literal Jesus?
Bloody hell.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
in
cool.
the movie Ben-Hur, yeah. And then when Jesus is doing the whole cross procession thing, he falls down, and Ben-Hur's like, "Oh, I'm gonna do the thing you did." And
Here's some water.
and I'm gonna give him, and then he gives him some water and pats him on the back and says, "Go on."
Is Brink a Jesus
You're
type
welcome,
character?
audience, for that sort of blasphemy.
Here's a hot take. The most recent Ben-Hur is my favorite, the one that was in 2016. Hot take. Yeah, I don't like the Cecil B. DeMille one because
That's a hot take.
it stars
sun.
notable racist. What's his name?
Mel Gibson?
No, he was in Ten
I was
Commandments.
like, Mel Gibson's and Ben-Hur?
Nobody's
oh,
racist.
yeah, Moses.
Moses is racist?
Ten Commandments actor. Charlton Heston. Yeah, it stars notable racist Charlton Heston. The new one doesn't. Anyway,
Yeah, 'cause he's dead.
and it fixes the ending. There's a whole thing. Anyway, and it has that one guy from Prince of Persia. Anyway, he's also in Wrath of the Titans. Anyway,
Oh, he is?
yeah, the Wrath of the Titans, the Poseidon.
Not the
demigod.
racist guy.
No, not Charlton Heston.
Okay, that's what I was asking. Okay.
No. Anyway,
Who was it? Jake
Liam
Gyllenhaal?
Neeson.
no, not Jake Gyllenhaal. The brother who uses a hatchet for some reason.
Bradley Cooper.
Oh, that's
I
fucking
honestly-
Garsif. Anyway,
Anyways.
I said anyway way too many times this episode.
Anyways.
He meets in the days before the competition. He meets his friends at the skate yard and tells them of his plan to sponsor the team under the name Team Puppin Suds. Oh, that's right, because his dad gets him a job. Because he lies to his dad about getting a
Not.
job. His
yeah.
dad gets him a job, and then later this skips it. We have the scene of this whole recap glosses over him and his dad reconciling, which is fine because the movie also glosses over it.
He's like, hey,
His
I'm
dad-
a dad and I hate you, but I guess you're cool.
after he
Yeah,
quit,
they got, like,
after
one
he quits
scene.
because Gabriella got injured, he tells his dad like, yeah, I lied to you,
I had the job.
but yeah, here's $200.
It'll fix
And
your
his
car
dad's
and the
like-
mortgage.
The dad's like, you disobeyed me. It's like, did you listen to a word I said?
I just
Nope.
got you. Here's $200. How's that for an apology, Dad?
And his dad like they
Almost
kind
forgot.
of reconcile, and he's like, I'm proud of you no matter what, but like he's just it's a weird vibe.
Also, this sentiment is really dumb.
Of what?
Don't do what you love for a job or you'll hate it.
That's not true.
If you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
You
That's what they
can-
say.
You can grow to hate it.
It can go either way.
It can go either way. Like
It's a gamble for sure.
it's like the whole like money doesn't buy happiness saying, which is just a myth made up by the rich to make the poor feel guilty for wanting more than they have.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with don't monetize your hobbies because you'll end up hating it because the rich also don't want you to enjoy your jobs.
Yeah.
They want you to be poor and miserable.
Jeff Bezos.
Yes. Sorry we got political on the show.
Nah,
but
you, Jeff. Yeah, cut that out.
I
I
won't.
dare you.
I'll censor it, but I won't cut it out.
Yeah.
So, he goes to his Soul Skaters and then says, "Hey, I'm a Soul Skater again.
Soul.
Here's a sponsor."
I'm a soul skater.
But technically, he's sponsoring them because
Yes,
he
technically.
he took an advance on his paycheck, which
4
kid-
months.
How did you do that?
I generally do not know. I mean, movie logic. Who
Also,
cares?
we have not even met the person
That
that
puppet
he
said-
just took money from.
That person must be
This
that
ex
person must deal
machina.
drugs out of the back of Puppet Suds.
Honestly.
Emphasis on the suds, am I right?
Can you tell that none of us smoke weed?
That's not weed. It's heroin.
Well, can you tell that I don't smoke weed?
No, you just do heroin.
Oh no!
Black tar heroin.
Anyway,
Anyway.
It's my favorite.
That's the
kind.
new slogan of this show is anyway.
Anyway.
It was a movie that was made. They reconcile. And they compete in the competition. And what's his bucket finally does the 5. No, he doesn't do that. Yeah, he does the
Yeah, it
540.
does. He does
Who?
the 540.
Oh, yeah.
The
At
inverted
the-
540 where he twists in air.
Oh, and then
Ooh.
they're tied, so they have to do it. They do a tiebreaker race, and it comes down to Brink and Val.
But that was always part of the plan.
Oh, that was?
Yeah.
Okay. It comes down to Brink and Val in the championship race. Brink, his friends, and his family celebrate the long-awaited victory. Okay, it just freaking skips through the whole
Okay,
race.
yeah. Hold on just a sec.
Midway through
Jesus.
the race, the dad just reveals that he has his job back, so there's all that tension gone.
Yeah. just
So the
gone.
conversation that they have before the race between Val and Brink's like,
I love you.
Brink's like, it doesn't matter whether we win or lose because whether or not I win or lose, I won't be you. So that's a pretty good day. And I'm like, are you trying to make this guy commit suicide?
That's how
Are
you make
you
someone do it.
trying?
That's how you make someone commit.
How nice are you as a person? I'm starting to think
And
that you're
that's
losing that
that's
trait.
the hero of the story that says that is like, I'm
guy
happy
we're
because I'm
relating
not
to.
you.
And whether you win, it won't complete your life. Is basically what he's saying.
You will live without love forever.
And it's
You will
your
die
fault.
alone.
It's your fault. You will die alone.
I mean, he's
I
not
hope
wrong.
you die, Val. And
Your
he
parents
says
don't
that.
love you.
And he punches Val in the face and calls him a baby.
And then he
Yeah.
kicks an
And
orphan.
then he kicks an orphan and then smokes a cigarette and skates away.
Yeah. And when he
that
kicks the orphan.
was Abraham Lincoln.
This is the part of the show where you try and guess what we're saying is actually in the movie or is vamping.
And Abraham Lincoln grew up to fight in World War III against Barack Obama.
And Barack Obama won.
My fellow Americans.
No, but he was fighting for Germany.
Oh, dear.
Oh no!
Oh,
and
mein
he's-
fellow
he's kinda going
Germans.
against his own interests.
So,
Anyway.
they do the race, and Val conveniently crashes
He eats.
next to the last turn, and Brink is like, Brink does what Brink does
He's like, I'm a nice guy.
because we foreshadowed this not once but
But
twice in
twice.
the movie. He goes like, "Oh, I'll help you up, bro," and like it makes a point of showing that the cameras are getting this. A thing that does also kind of happen in Speed
They're
Racer.
like, look, ESPN is there.
No, I feel like that's just a trope in like sports movies like this. It's not that Speed Racer ripped off Brink, but if it did, that would be hilarious.
It would.
Because
Hey, let's rip off that 90s Disney
because the
TV movie.
cameras do catch when
Yeah, like
the GRX uses the spear hook, but that's
Yeah.
not really close to what happens here. He sees him help him up, and then Val's like, "I know you're a good guy," and then he
Pushes
Pushes him
down
over
or
and
whatever.
then
That's
goes.
what I was counting on.
which is stupid because Val was in the lead and probably would have won if he hadn't pulled that, getting him disqualified, even though he loses anyway.
Yeah, I thought he was going to
Brink
win.
cheats. Brink cheats by taking a shortcut through
Yeah.
a back alley,
Oh, yeah.
which is
But then they're all like, you suck, Val.
a reference to Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, when Anakin during the pod race scene takes a shortcut.
There is one thing that's really funny.
Wait a minute.
In the scene beforehand where they're like walking off the vert.
It's just a racing trope. Don't worry about it.
When they're walking off the vert and Val's walking off the vert, there's this random guy, a random extra in a green shirt, just going,
Oh, yeah.
"That's
just
Val," and I'm like,
For the podcast, Logan is performing an amusing thumbs down motion, combined with a frown on his countenance, displaying a look of profound displeasure.
"What did he do to you, man?"
Does he care? No.
He's the green. He's just team green all
Can
the way.
we get a GIF of that guy and green
Yeah.
screen over his shirt? Funny things.
It's dark green, sadly. So
Damn.
it'd be
Kendrick
really hard
Lamar.
to.
So,
I got.
immediately after the race, Val is fired on the spot from X-Blades. Yeah, because the guy's like, "Yeah, we don't like cheaters, man. Cheating's bad. Want
Yeah.
to work for me?
And he lost us money.
Want to work for me? The guy who employs cheaters."
Yeah, he's like I said, everyone's stereotypical, and he's a stereotypical sleazy businessman.
Oh
God.
yeah.
I pushed 10
Team
million
X-Blades
profits.
manager is named Jimmy. He
Jimmy.
offers Brink the captain
Jimmy!
position on the team.
The captain? Whoa!
But remembering
You know what's
that
funny is Brink, like, he for a second actually considers it. He's like, Captain!
Capitan.
and then his friends look at him like they stare daggers
Yeah,
into
it's
his
like, dude,
soul.
seriously?
And they're like, "We are ready to murder you if you do this." and he says, I want to preserve living, so no, he looks at the camera, basically, not like our camera, but
Yeah.
the camera in the scene, says, I skate for fun, not for money.
I'm a soul skater, baby.
USA.
He's the kind of guy who probably looks into the camera and says, I'm Team Jesus. Or like, I'm like drunk on life. Or like,
That's gonna be a pain to edit.
the only type of brownies that I'll eat are chocolate. You know,
Live, laugh, love. Can't forget that.
maybe.
Love the sinner,
Kinda
hate
there.
the sin.
Oh Lord.
Love,
Oh Lord.
love the sinner, hate the sin, hate gay people.
Whoa. Hey. Whoa.
That was the implicit line on all their shirts.
They had
That's why Val
t-shirts
hated
of
him.
that?
That's why Val hated
Of
him.
course, especially during the 90s.
And that's why Val hated him because
You
he
know,
had
it
that
was
shirt.
the whole pray the gay away thing.
Oh my gosh, I remember that.
But you know what? You hit him back with the gay the pray away.
Nice.
Nice.
Does anything else happen
Um,
after he turns down the offer, or does I feel like it like
they
freeze
just
frame.
cheer and they end on a freeze frame.
Okay, they do end on a freeze frame.
Freeze frame.
Yeah.
I've talked about Christian Sonic fan art on this show before, haven't I?
I have not heard anything about Christian Sonic fan art. No.
I'll bring it up on the Wildcast. I mean the Cat Cave.
I was like,
Damn
what
it.
Wildcast?
I am excited for this.
Okay. Final thoughts. Moment of the movie. For a new guest, moment of the movie can be your least favorite moment, your favorite moment, the funniest moment, just what you want to call out before we end the show.
I would like
Go
to,
first if you have anything. I'm sorry I interrupted you, but
No,
I
it's
don't
good.
have anything yet.
I just want to talk about the scene where they find out because it's just so just
Needlessly violent.
yes.
They
Like
just push
why?
him to the ground. I thought Gabriella was gonna curb stomp him.
Just like push him to the ground and just bam, America X or whatever that movie is, Edward Norton. But yeah, I mean, I said it before and I say it again. Everyone's such a stereotype. Brink is stereotype. I'm the hero. Gabriella's stereotype, feminist. That's so
We didn't even talk about
bad.
What? The feminism?
Peter is
Yeah. I thought we did talk about that.
Peter's a stereotype best friend that like is all like, dude. When he finds out, he's just like,
And then there's the
dude.
best friend but overweight.
and then I don't even remember his name.
Jordy?
That's his name.
that. He did
Jordy?
nothing.
He did nothing.
contributed
Yeah,
nothing
Jordy.
to the story.
He literally just vibe. See,
He just said dumb stuff, and then they're like, "Stop being dumb, Jordy."
yeah, and then they high five after laughing at his expense because always make fun of your friends. That always ends well.
Jordy was supposed to be the bad guy for Brink too.
Oh my lord, are we gonna? Oh my god, are we gonna think
Write
up
some
a,
fanfic.
Are we gonna think up a Brink 2?
Yeah,
No.
Brink 2?
yeah.
Brink-
Jordy's
No.
had enough.
No, it's not gonna
He
be Brink
teams
2.
up with Val.
It's gonna be
Brink
Brinker.
2, Jordy's had enough.
Yeah.
That was your moment of the movie.
Anyway, yes, that was my moment of the movie. Really violent figuring it out.
Very violent. Mine is definitely the line. My favorite moment is definitely the line from the dad being like, "You know what the worst part of disability or being on disability is?" Because,
I want to know what the rest of
I
that
really
line
do,
was.
and I just laughed through it, and I wish I had it in my brain.
I rewatched every single scene with the dad to find this stupid line, and Logan absolutely remembered it wrong. It is not in the opening, humorous scene, but after Gabriella is injured and the dad has a heart-to-heart with Brink. The full line is as follows. You want to know the worst part about being on disability? I didn't know who I was anymore.
My moment of the movie is the weird stilted dialogue. Oh, yeah. It's a combination of Brink thinking that his dad isn't going to show up to the big game. And then when he does show up and he has this weirdly stilted dialogue with the wife of being like, I just had a meeting with the foreman. And she's like, oh, good meeting or bad meeting? And then he looks sad. And then he looks back up and says,
I got the job or whatever.
I got the job.
I'm
I
starting
start-
on Monday.
I start on Monday and they're giving me $2 million.
And a trip to wine country.
Trip to wine
Yeah,
country.
baby.
And unlimited Apple Jacks.
Oh yeah.
Apple
Wait.
Jack.
Apple Jacks. That's the.
And like how when
Applejack's the better one.
here's a question: do you think that the stunt actors for the kids roller skating were grown adults, or were they kids that were just good? At
I
skating?
literally could not tell if I like honestly.
they
I
were
looked at it a
masked
bit.
really well.
I could not tell if they actually did just get kids who couldn't act but could skate.
Oh, what if that's it?
That's what I
Yeah.
was actually thinking. I was like, did they just do that so they didn't need stunt doubles and then they just had
Because you
shitty
would have,
acting?
I think you'd be able to tell if it was adults doing the stunts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I love how especially the dad like overacts during
Oh my
his reactions of them doing tricks, where he's like, whoa, my son did a flip.
Yo.
Oh, and then when Brink like looks at him and is like, and he's like, ah! And Brink's like, yay! My
Was that-
dad's on cocaine.
Yeah.
Yeah, he still had some leftover meds from his injury, and he took them all at once. Then went to the sporting.
And they
event.
were
Yeah.
uppers,
He
yeah.
got the job. He's like, gotta get rid of these somehow. He just.
I swear that we didn't address Gabriella's character. We talked about it before.
Yeah, we
before,
like. I
but
think we
didn't-
touched on it. We never.
So I
Have
feel
we
like
not?
we have to,
Okay.
and that's that Gabriella is written like a feminist character.
She's written.
But for people, by people, it's written by people who don't understand what feminism is.
By
And
middle-aged
it's
white
definitely-
men.
Yeah, and it's definitely not written for people who understand what feminism is. It's just so bad.
Yeah, she's just hyper aggressive for
At
no
one
reason.
At one point, Brink is like, "All right, come on, guys," and she's like, "Don't call me a guy."
Oh yeah, every time anyone uses a group term like
Yeah.
guys or like ladies and gentlemen,
Gender neutrality is nothing.
She
Yeah,
just
she does.
goes.
and it's this weird dichotomy of that the character makes sure that you acknowledge she's a girl, but not always.
Yeah, because then there's
you
a
need to acknowledge she's a girl, but you need to treat her like she's a boy.
It's situational. You know what I mean?
It's situational, yeah.
Like
if you
the
say,
whole.
she'll get mad if you say guys, but if
If she's in a dress and you see her, she'll be like,
She'll be like,
I will
I
tear
will-
your dick off.
yeah,
She definitely.
they didn't know how to write her.
There
Not
was
at all.
also with the writing, there was a lot of points where I was like, you can definitely sub in some actual language here.
Oh my God, that's another thing I want to talk about.
The slang.
No, well,
Just the way that they're.
I love the way his dad and
Why
him
you
with the
gotta
slang.
be such a jerk?
Like English had it.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
but I feel like there were some scenes at the beginning of the movie where it was obviously dubbed over. You know what I mean? Like while they're skating, you could hear their voices
Oh,
dubbed
yeah.
over, and it's just so bad.
Yeah,
It's like
whenever they're talking while they're skating, it's really dumb.
And I love when they skate. When they're going downhill, they're just like power, unlimited power.
I
Oh,
hate
God.
all of you.
You're welcome.
Brink,
Brink.
1998. Okay,
Yeah.
now it's time to rank the movie.
Yeah.
I was trying to find the quote that his dad said about the disability thing, but I couldn't find it.
Let's
Yeah,
figure
I
out
really want to find
where
it.
we're gonna rank this.
I mean, I
Yeah.
think I might just.
I
watch it
have a
again
feeling this
just
is
for
gonna
that.
get pretty low on the list.
Okay, I'm gonna start at the top, move to the bottom. When you hear something worse than it, speak up. Start at the top with Frozen 2, Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Man's Chest, Star Wars Episode 5: Empire Strikes Back, Star Wars Episode 4: A New Hope, Star Wars Episode 8: The Last Jedi, Hamilton, The Muppets 2011, Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, Finding Dory, Fish Hooks, Cars, The Simpsons, Hatching Pete, Noelle, Hocus Pocus, The Incredible Hulk, 1996 animated series, Toy Story Toon Small Fry, Lizzie McGuire, Growing Fangs, Tom and Huck, Sister Act 2 back in...
How bad was Growing Things?
Growing Fangs is pretty fun.
Okay.
Mm.
going.
This is definitely worse than Sister Act 2 Back in the Habit. Sister Act 2 was fun. It wasn't a good movie, but it was fun.
Okay.
X-Men 2000, Mickey Mouse Hawaiian Holiday, Lendapaw,
Okay.
Recess,
No, let's keep going.
The Story of the Faithful Wookiee. Okay, that one was pretty bad.
It was.
Yeah. That was the animated.
It's so hard because some of these are so obscure,
Star Wars
and the fact
holiday
that we're
special.
not here for all of them.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thinking below Recess because Recess at least had like an implied gay character that wasn't a stereotype. Even though the Recess wiki vehemently disagrees with me about that.
Don't ever trust the wiki.
Collins just wants him to be gay.
Although it does have some racism issues in Recess, actually.
Oh dear, I don't like that.
Yeah, it should be. Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, there is very blatant racism in Brink, though.
Oh
so.
yeah, there was. I'll
Let's
put,
go back to your own
I'll put this
country
below
where-
Recess.
God, that
We-
was horrible.
Rollerblade differently. I don't know.
Okay, so this is going at number 26
Cool.
between Recess and The Story of the Faithful Wookiee.
How many you got? How many movies you got on that?
41 now.
Damn.
Cool. Okay, that's good.
Until we get a top 100 list, and then I will post it on Twitter, and I'll let you guys roast me for my top 100 Disney Plus movies.
I will say you will catch a lot of flack just for those top ones.
Oh,
I feel like they're a bit out of order.
You know, like Frozen 2.
Yeah,
above
the fact
X-Men.
that Frozen 2 is
Ugh.
above The Empire Strikes Back is
Yeah, like what the?
Yeah, that was
X-Men.
a choice.
That's
Oh, it's disgusting.
Because we were just riding high
got it
after
for
watching
you.
Frozen 2, and we are like, damn, we really like this movie.
It was good. I never watched either of them.
It's
so I don't
fun.
know.
I love Frozen 2. It's really good.
I think the closest I'll ever get is when I eventually get to that world in Kingdom Hearts 3. Because apparently in Kingdom Hearts
That's
3
Frozen 1, not
Yeah, but
Frozen 2.
like in Kingdom Hearts 3, apparently the Disney worlds were ass. It was just the movies, just with Sora, Donald, and Goofy added in.
that's
Gosh.
weird.
Except for Toy Story.
Except for Toy Story, because that was
Because
an actual
that level is canon in the Toy Story universe.
Of course, we're going to talk about canon at another point. Speaking of Toy Story and canon, Lightyear?
Lightyear? We can talk about Lightyear for a second. I
Dog, that
think.
trailer, visually, that trailer
Amazing.
was
I
good.
mean, Isn't
Oh
that
my
So
Lord.
is that actually ran through Pixar? Yes or no?
It's Pixar. Yeah.
Okay.
It's Pixar proper.
It was a whole movie,
I will say
right?
like
Yeah, it's a
Pixar.
full movie.
That's
Okay.
what they always do though. They do like really impressive
Visuals.
visuals.
I don't know how the
on
story's
these
going to
newer
be.
ones at least, with the exception of Luca. Luca wasn't as advanced on their visuals.
But it was really pretty.
Cool. I
Yeah.
haven't seen.
It was
that. I just watched the
more
trailer.
stylized.
Okay, I like stylized.
That was good.
Stylized is great.
Yeah. My
That's-
favorite were the jokes about Buzz Lightyear's design on Twitter and people being like, "We all know where he was on January 6th."
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Anyway,
Anyway.
so we break the movie. Some film information and statistics for you. This was written by Jeff Schechter.
Jeff, what'd you do?
Directed by Greg B-Man.
B-Man.
Released August 29th, 1998. Runtime of 99 minutes. IMDb score of 7 out of 10, which is obscenely high.
That is.
No Rotten Tomatoes critics score, but a 76% audience, which is also obscenely high. This may barely pass the Bechdel test because of the mother and the daughter having their conversation at the beginning.
The Bechdel test again? I know I always ask. This.
You need two named female
Oh, yeah, okay,
characters
okay.
who have a
Mm.
conversation about
I thought that was
not
a
a
cult
man.
one. Okay.
No, the cult test is after that.
Okay.
Bechdel test. Yeah, I'd say the mom talking to the daughter at the beginning makes it pass.
Oh, and then the mom for Gabriella.
Oh, yeah, the mom and
No, wait,
Gabriella.
no, but they don't talk to each other.
No, they don't.
Oh.
But the mom and Brink's sister and Brink's mom have that conversation about that she doesn't want to go to school and how the neighbor's homeschooled.
Do they have any other conversations?
Nope, that's the one.
Wow.
Cult test. Does this movie have a cult in it?
What's the cult test?
If the movie has a cult in it or not. Because the best Disney movies have cults in them.
I
It's just a trend we've been noticing.
don't know. I don't know if rollerbladers in Southern California
Not
is
quite.
considered a cult,
I wouldn't
but
say there's a
yeah.
cult. Okay. Now it's time to spin the wheel. This will be for Rachel's episode.
Ben.
This week's wheel was submitted by email by LaShonda B. Thank you.
job.
And
Thank you.
is Walt Disney Animation Studios Collection, which is every animated feature and short from Disney ever.
Added last one.
Even the Pixar's too?
Not Pixar.
Okay, cool.
No, from Disney itself.
Yeah.
From
Uh,
the House of Mouse.
Liam, we will
Yeah.
have you spin the wheel.
Well,
we
wow.
have the wheel set up right over
Yeah,
there,
if you'll
of course.
Just go walk over there and
Walk
spin
over
it.
there, spin it, and yell yeet when you spin it.
All right.
See, I love it when people pick up on that immediately.
Yeah. He's a real yes and kind of guy.
Oh, that's a
Jesus
violent. It almost
Christ.
fell
Oh my
over.
Kind of like
You-
Gabriella when she pushed Brink. I gotta.
What the hell is Super Rhino?
I have no idea. This is gonna be great.
Spider-Man prequel.
Yeah, about the Rhino,
Super
the Russian
Rhino.
guy.
Yeah.
Super Rhino's so confusing
Okay,
sometimes.
Super Rhino. Oh, it's a spin-off short from Bolt.
Oh, with Miley Cyrus.
Hamster named Rhino.
It's about the hamster.
Bro,
movie.
I
haven't
forgot.
seen Bolt, and I don't plan on seeing Bolt.
Bolt
so I'm
is
gonna
actually a nice movie.
Bolt was
so
actually
I'm
pretty
gonna
good.
watch this out of context.
Okay.
That'll
I'm
be
not also
that's
watching.
It's gonna be very difficult for you, but it'll give you a good perspective, I guess.
I haven't seen Bolt in so long, but I remember Miley Cyrus is in it, and I think he was a
Oh
superstar.
my gosh, yeah.
I think
It's 4 minutes long. Rachel, you lucky son of a gun.
God damn it!
I had to
Rachel.
watch
You're
an
welcome.
hour and a half.
I had
Well,
yeah.
even-
This 90s
yeah.
comedy.
When even the mighty Bolt is captured by the green-eyed man who can save him, Rhino is on the job in his dreams anyway.
Oh, so it's just him dreaming in that trailer park, probably.
Damn, that sucks.
It's really funny how
Okay.
Rhino just ditches a home and then they just finds another one and they never acknowledge that he just like ditched that other family in the trailer park.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's
Hey,
been
anyway,
years since I
Time to
watched
decide
it.
the new wheel.
Oh yeah.
If you're
Imagine
right.
being Greg B. Man and then you directed this movie. You're like, wow, this is so great. And then 9/11 happens.
What does this movie have to do with 9/11?
It came out in '98. It was close.
Bro, what
It's
the
2 years.
fuck?
Yo,
Man,
imagine
I
imagine doing something and then 9/11 happens.
Yo.
Yeah.
In Brink 2, what's his name? Jordy's had enough. They go roller skating in New York.
They witness 9/11.
When he comes
I mean,
back,
they're not old enough to be the best rollerbladers in the country,
Of
but
SoCal.
apparently Val is somehow. They said that during one of the
Oh, really? He's the best
commentary from
rollerblader.
ESPN.
he's a prodigy.
Hey, ESPN
Wow.
Plus. We kind of work for them.
You think they can give us a signed copy
We kind
Of
of
Brink.
from whatever his name is, Eric Van whatever?
Eric Van McDick.
Wow. Okay, let's the next wheel for your next episode. We've got
Yeah.
Disney, which is everything. Disney Channel Original Movie Collection, National Geographic Exploring Our World Collection, Disney Channel Collection, National Geographic Animals and Nature Collection, Halloween, Spark Shorts, Disney Junior, Celebrate Hispanic Latinx Heritage Month, and Lego.
Wait,
Lego
you
my
said
Lego.
Tim Allen though.
I need someone to submit Tim Allen. I'm not just gonna.
Oh, I
put
thought you
Tim
said
Allen
I
on
thought
there.
you said that there was a Tim Allen wheel.
No, I want there to be.
Okay, I'll be
A
honest.
specific-
I completely ignored all of those because I was waiting for you to say Tim Allen.
You dumb fuck.
I mean, what
I
happens
do
if I
not
search
want to do National Geographic. That's for sure.
Yeah, no.
Tim Allen?
Yeah, anytime you spin the wheel for Tim Allen, you gotta
Honestly,
make the
it's
sound.
not that good of a selection
Is
for
this
Tim
the
Allen.
series finale
Tim
for Home
Allen's in
Improvement?
Nightmare Before Christmas.
In the series finale of Final Improvement, he should be like, and then he just dies, and then they end the show.
I mean, maybe that's what happens in Home Improvement. Anyway.
Yeah.
So we got
Yeah,
Disney,
anyway.
Disney Channel Original Movie, National Geographic.
Disney Channel original movies.
You want to really do that again?
Yeah.
He's ready to do it again,
okay.
folks.
This has been the most fun that I've had on one of these episodes because there's so
Thank
much
you,
to
Snafu,
criticize.
for emailing that.
Good job, Snafu.
Good job. I'm proud of you.
Disney Channel Original Movie Collection. Here we go again.
All right.
Those have been our best. Yeah, you can't leave.
I was ready to spin that wheel.
No, we spin it next week.
Oh.
I don't have the wheel. No. Okay.
Logan just left.
Thank
Like my
you all so
dad.
much for listening. If you like the show, please review us on iTunes, or whatever podcast server you listen to, and share it with your friends. Submit us a review that just says I am a soul skater. Don't no, both of you. You can sit behind like that, sure. Or at me on Twitter and say I am a soul skater. That is your challenge. That's at Collins Blakely on Twitter. You can submit your reviews or comments to WhereStreamsComeTrue@gmail.com, at Studio76 WSET on Twitter. You can submit a wheel such as a category or search term on Disney Plus, and you can send in your review and maybe read it on the show. And look for us soon on the Metaverse. Stop it.
No.